Hello and welcome to day 3 of the mini lunar course. Today we're going through the phase 2 of our menstrual cycle, and this is named the ovulation phase. So it's when we physically ovulate and release an egg from our ovaries ready to be fertilized. So this phase is associated with the full moon. It's associated with the mother. It's also associated with summer. So ovulation, full moon, summer, and the mother. So in this phase, we reflect the energies of those 4 things. And this is obviously the time when we can become we're fertile and we can become fertilized, so we can physically have a baby. And one big point that I love in the ovulation phase is, yes, this is the mother phase, and yes, the mother nurtures her projects and her babies and her offspring, but a massive role in the mother is having to surrender so intensely. If the mother tries to control her offspring or her projects, or control a flower that's trying to grow, controlling it so intensely rather than just, watering it when it needs to be watered and fostering the growth. If she's like controlling that flower and like overwatering it, smothering it, that flower isn't going to bloom, and maybe it's not going to take its natural course. So maybe that tree wouldn't take its natural course if I was there every second of the way, trying to manipulate it and work out the way I think in my mind logically I think it's going to work out. So in saying that, I think the mother phase does encompass, it's like a relaxation and it's a savoring of the moment. And I think of the pregnant lady who is about to give birth even, and she has to surrender to that whole process. So when you're birthing a project, it's like, oh, okay, I've grown it through the follicular phase, I've watered the seeds, and now I have to fully go through the birth process and let go of everything, every expectation. I have no idea how it's going to feel. It's probably going to feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I have to go with the flow with this, and it'll be so beautiful. It'll be something the feeling will be something I can't even imagine. So this is what we can bring in during this phase. And in a business sense, what we can bring in during the ovulation phase is, this is the best time to execute. So if you've watered your seeds for your business plan in the follicular phase, and you've brainstormed and you've started making the logical steps and planning, etc., in this phase, the ovulation phase, it's when you can take action and execute it. And then, like the mother, after she gives birth, or when she's giving birth, you fully let go. So, okay, I planted my seeds, now it's out in the world, I've executed it, and I have to release how it's actually going to grow, because I don't fully know. This was something that just came through me, the project or the baby or any situation in our life, and then, so it just came through me. I understood one little part, but whoa, it's actually way bigger than I even realized, and lucky I let it take its natural course, because if I had held that project or baby or person and tried to shape it into what my logical mind can think of, it wouldn't be what it truly wants to express itself as. So it's so important at this phase to, whilst we should water the seeds and execute, also surrendering to the process, surrendering to the birth, surrendering to the giving. So one thing with the mother that I'd love to touch on is the way we give things to ourselves, the world, people, our children, our projects. So how do you give? Do you find it easy? And is there unconditional love going with it? And is there zero expectations when you give? Is it a firm boundary within yourself and a firm loving line that you know when and how to give, so that it doesn't affect you, but because you're so loving within, it's so easy to pass on this love because you have the love unconditionally for yourself. Yes. So, I touch on the questions about giving in the questions below, and it's really fun to look into these and delve into these ones. So we're still in the first half of the moon mapping phase where we're focusing on the light, you know? We're focusing on the outward expression of light. So we had the maiden and the follicular phase, and she was young and expressive and explorative and anchoring in new light and finding new beautiful things out in the world that she loves, and she cultivates her gifts, etc. And now we enter the ovulation phase, and it's a little bit similar it's quite similar in the way that we're still expressing our light to the outside world, which is beautiful because that makes up half of our cycle and our life. So I do honor the light as equally to the darkness. It's just when there's an imbalance, when things go a little bit wobbly and start to go off. So are you honoring both sides? So just as much as someone might be able to go into deep depths and darkness, they need to be able to, the amount that they're able to go in there probably reflects how much they can come out during the ovulation phase. So how confident can I stand in my gifts and my knowings? How confidently can I execute my project? So after we have the death of the menstruation phase, we get to receive the pure, intense lightness that comes with the full moon and the mother phase. So I hope this has helped, and check out the prompts below. As always, give yourself some time to go through them. You could even look up a guided meditation on the mother archetype, you know, on YouTube. Delve into it, delve into how it feels for you, and keep returning to this work over and over because it'll continue getting deeper and deeper. Thank you and blessings.